Hey everybody, I'm Michael Silva and you're watching episode 8 of the Weekly Scan. The Weekly Scan! This series is all about finding opportunities in the stock market for the week ahead. In this episode, I will be talking about 9 different stocks that have some amazing potential. What I'll be doing is walking you through the technical analysis of each and every one of those charts. And as for a quick disclaimer, these videos are for educational and entertainment purposes only. All opinions are my own. I am by no means a professional stock trader, professional financial advisor. I do not have licensing, etc., etc. With that said, let's go ahead and hop into today's episode. All right, welcome to the computer, everybody. Let's go ahead and hop into the charts. There's going to be 9 that I'm going over, so I'll be moving quick. The first one is ticker symbol MRNA, that's Moderna. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw out a couple things that I see. Clear level of now support once it was broken, right? It was resistance here and it broke through. It was clearly an ascending wedge, big move to the upside. Now keep in mind, looking at the y-axis, it doesn't take much for this stock to move a big percentage point gain. So it goes from $37.50 to $40 in just a small move. And if you look at the candles and measure it up, it's making large moves, percentage moves within this stock. So just make sure that you're managing your risk accurately. Now, this is the next movement of price I see. I see it kind of flagged up here. And now it is forming a bull pennant. Pretty nice. So what are we going to see? Are we going to see a break to the upside? I mean, well, let me look at the indicators. MACD is not showing me all too much. It is bullish. Might be losing some volume right there. The volume here is kind of tapering off, but that typically happens on a consolidation of a bull pennant. So you'll see the big volume right here where it created this flag, and then you see it consolidate, and that's not a bad thing. And then you'll see the break. And if you see a break with high volume, nice. Very nice. Also, this pattern overall is known as a yacht. No, I'm just kidding. It actually is. It just kind of looks like a boat right now. Okay, I said I wasn't going to waste your time, but that was pretty funny. It looks like a boat. But yeah, so this one kind of consolidating very nicely. Ticker symbol MRNA. I'm sure that a lot of traders will be watching this and trying to watch for the break to the upside. So keep in mind, very risky. It's a very, sorry, not risky. It's a very volatile stock, so manage your risk. All right, let's go ahead and move to the next. All right, this is ticker symbol TLRY. TLRY. Hello, here we go. This is what I see here. I see a nice slow increase, gaining some momentum to the upside, and I see a recent breakout. So this little guy broke out of its pattern right here. And I'm thinking that it potentially still has more power to the upside. Now keep in mind, this is also a volatile stock. That move right there was an 18% move. That little tiny move on good volume. You got the MACD kind of trading, going upwards, very nice. The RSI is not an oversold area yet. So I'm thinking like, hey, this guy can run to the $10 level easily. So I would say that'd be the price target there. It's at $8 right now. That's a 20% gain in just that time. That could be just price target number 1. This looks like it is on a breakout or the verge of a breakout. I would love to see more confirmation. Some more volume would be very nice. Where would I enter in particular on this one? I would love to see it pull back to retest that right around that $7, $7.50 level right there. So come back, retest that, and then start breaking out more to the upside. You do have this 50-day moving average right here, so keep in mind that is a bear river, and then you have the 200 slightly up there coming down. So you're working against the stream, but it's looking like we might see some more upside. As always, manage your risk on a trade like this, but this will be on my watch list. And I'm sure it's a popular stock. A lot of people have their eyes on it. It's going to be on a lot of people's watch lists. Let's go ahead and move to the next. All right, this is ticker symbol PEB. Got Pebblebrook Hotel Trust. This is it's an interesting play. I'm going to be keeping an eye on it. It has been building up. Gosh, all these charts are looking really similar, So let's go from down here up to here, and then we have this area kind of, it's an ascending triangle, in bearish context. mind you, okay? So it's in bearish context, but look at all this volume from the previous trading day. So if we see a burst to the upside, I'm gonna just be keeping a close eye on it. You can play this very well. So ascending triangle, you know, it's in bearish context, a lot of volume. You got the MACD going up. I mean, slowly volume kind of tapering off there. RSI, you know, it's not showing us much. It's kind of just right there around the 50 marker. I'd just be keeping an eye on this, wait for the break or some confirmation, because you can get a large percentage point gain if this breaks above it. So yeah, and then also, I mean, it's a good risk right now. It's a good risk versus reward trade. You can technically enter in right around the bottom of this trend line, this channel, and you know, and then just have a tight stop loss, and then there you go. If it breaks through, if it breaks downwards, you know, you just get stopped out. It is what it is. Yeah, I like this. I like this setup. It's not too bad. I want to look at one thing. Let me go ahead and draw a trend line like that. If I were to draw a trend line like that, then it would be saying kind of that it already broke through and it might be coming to the downside. So keep an eye. I mean, it is red volume, right? That means still a lot of shares being traded. But, you know, play this one cautiously. And I would honestly just wait for the break of this, I would say $12 level. If we can get a full break, close above it, then I would be, I'd be more interested to trade this one. All right, let's hop to the next. ROKU. Oh, dang. Look at this. Okay. All right. So this is, I would say a bull pennant, right? You got, there we go. You got this flag kind of forming right here. Oh, let me kind of, sorry, not flag. Yeah, no, flag, I say it's a bull pennant. So you got that, but here's something interesting. I saw in the previous, like when you scope out of the chart, maybe to like the 6-month period, this is only 3 months. This candle right here also is on a candle farther back, and it's a trend line going kind of like that. So, yeah, I mean, maybe a little bit higher than that, right? So it's now kind of consolidating. So you had this volume right here, right? Pick up, created the flag, and now you have the consolidation taking place right here. This setup is looking really good, and holy moly, like it's at the 200-day period moving average. It's trying to decide where it wants to go exactly. Man, if we see a break of this trend line plus this candle formation or this bull pennant, like, yeah, this is going to be a killer. That'll be a killer trade. Like, you can easily see, I mean, a target would be right here. Piece of cake, boom. 150 for a target. And it's at 124. Sure, let's go ahead and take a $24 per share gain. Yeah, I like the sounds of that. Maybe a little bit lower, you know, if you want to be more, you know, what's the word? I always trip up on my words. Conservative. Yeah, if you want to be more conservative, there you go. That'd be the first target, and then you get another target, and you could just, you know, let it ride, let it rip. That's if it breaks through. But that's a great setup right here. ROKU, another one that is on the watch list. Let's move forward. Netflix. Hello. Here we go. Okay. Ticker symbol NFLX. This is another. I mean, gosh, all of them. There's so many good setups. This is, you know, another bull pennant. Let's boom, bull flag, bull pennant, whatever you want to call it. Now, keep in mind the context. So yes, it broke through this level, this pretty big level, I'd say. Boom, and then it's now, so broke out of that resistance, became support. Now it's consolidating. You see that, you know, the lower volume. You had more volume kind of building up over here. And now we're waiting to see a break to the upside. This looks pretty good, like we can see it move more. Yeah, I like this. Now, the only thing that I am keeping an eye on, the MACD looks like it's kind of losing steam and curling over, but keep in mind, it is still above zero pretty significantly. It's over at the like 19. So yeah, I mean, if you see it curl over, that can be pretty bearish, but it's not like it's under zero to have like, you know, it's not going to hold as much of weight as if it were below zero. So another great setup. Keep an eye for the break of this pattern and trade into the momentum, you know, trade the momentum. This is another great opportunity. Let's go to the next. Ticker symbol AEO, American Eagle Outfitters. Ooh, okay, so this came up on my screener. I just like the little hammer candle that it formed right down here, but I like not just the candle itself, I like where it formed. And where it formed was right here on previous support. So it pulled down, it formed a hammer candle, which is typically a reversal candle. And when we have a reversal candle appear at a previous support, you may just see a bounce to the upside. Now, also, it is a double bottom because it's, you know, one bottom here and then one bottom there. You got the hammer candle, right? You're getting good volume in these last 3 days. Now, you got the MACD that crossed over just recently in bearish context. It is under 0. So keep that in mind. You have the 50-day moving average pushing down. You have the 200-day moving average pushing down. This just might break down even more, very possible, but, and I say that with a big but, you can have a tight stop loss. So it's in a perfect area for a good risk versus reward trade. You can literally buy right now, right, at the 650 marker, let's say, to 683, wherever, I don't know where it's gonna open on Monday, and then you can have a stop loss under 650. It's a very small risk for a potential huge upside. So you're telling me that, okay, if I put my stop loss at 625, say, and I entered in at 650, say, like I'm only risking 25 cents per share for a potential target, let's just say conservatively a target up to $9. Okay, let's just say $9, you know, give or take a few. So say if I get just say 650, right, up to $9, that's like a $2.50, right? 7, 8, 9, yeah, $2.50 gain per share to risk 25 cents. Like, sign me up, right? Perfect setup, perfect risk versus reward trade. Let's move to the next. Okay, here we are at ticker symbol EAT. That's a pretty cool ticker symbol, E. All right, this is an ascending triangle. I mean, you're probably seeing this right out of the gate. I mean, man, these are nice. Look at that, boom, boom, boom. I'm seeing this more and more often in a lot more setups. So, like I said, make sure to just manage your risk because wherever the SPY goes, you can probably see, like if the SPY breaks down its main support and it pulls back lower, you might not see stuff like this break out. So just keep an eye on the SPY. Just as kind of like some sort of an indicator. Doesn't necessarily mean it always works out, but it's always good to keep an eye on the SPY. What we got here on ticker symbol EAT is a ascending triangle in bearish context, right? You have the 50-day moving down, you have the 200 period moving down-ish, you have the RSI indicator flat, not giving me much. MACD is kind of like trailing off a little bit, but it, you know, it's not bearish, but it's trying to move itself into, it's not bullish. It's trying to move itself into the bullish area though. I mean, volume's tapering down, but there's still a nice spread and it's moving up. It's got to get past that 0 to really give me that more bullish context. How I'd play this right now, I mean, you just be patient with this. There's a nice tight consolidation happening right here within this channel. Let's look for the break to the upside at 1750. If we can get a day closing above 1750, you can definitely trade into that momentum. And you keep in mind when support is typically broken, especially in consolidations like this, you see it back test. So if you miss the breakout, wait for the back test. Don't just jump into it. If all of a sudden it's at $22, don't just jump into it. Wait for a back test, and if it doesn't back test, just move on. Find another chart to trade. Okay, so that's what I have for ticker symbol EAT. Let's move to the next. All right, we're here at ticker symbol CODX, Code Diagnostics. This is another monster. So a lot of traders keep their eye on this. This is a pretty interesting setup. I'm gonna go back in history so I can tell the story a little bit better. If I look at that candle right here and I come down here and then I look over here, we look like I got a little bit of a triangle pattern. It got pretty tight, then moved along the 50-day moving average period, and then boom, sha-da-da-da-da-da-dang. It just bursted up to the upside on this volume right there. Now what we have taking place is another bull pennant, bull flag, bull pennant, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so this is what I like. It was originally created on good volume, right? And then you see the volume taper down. That's normal in these consolidation periods. So are we witnessing another consolidation in order to see another big move to the upside? Now, what I really like about this chart, and I mean, this is a very volatile, moving, fast-moving stock. All of these ones that I pretty much picked are, I'm just saying, where can this potentially go to on the breakout? Well, on the breakout, if I look back through the history of the chart, yeah, being conservative, $18 level, and it's at $14.50. You can get $4 basically per share here. It can maybe go a little bit higher. That's even even greater. And then you even have this highest spot right here. So you have all these areas for targets. I love this setup. So keep an eye for the break on this one. I'd love to see some more volume take place on the break. Oh yeah, that's a killer setup. I love this. MACD indicator, you know, it's bullish. You know, it's tapering off a little bit. It's above the 0. You know, it's a momentum indicator. So, and it's also a lagging indicator, so you can't put all this kind of weight on. There's no one, you know, indicator that's the holy grail by any means, but, you know, we're just trying to use what we see and kind of determine where we might think that the price action is going to take place. But another great setup, ticker symbol CODX. All right, let's go ahead and move to the last. All right, I saved the best for last. Not really, actually. I'm just kidding you on that. This one is ticker symbol APT, but it might not be the best, but I do love this setup. This is pretty interesting setup. So it has been just this kind of just real tight consolidating period, and it's been on this 50-day moving average. So it's been kind of just trailing along, you know, and then you have the 200-day period moving average kind of slightly scoping up, but this is what I like. I see a very clear pattern being played out right here. Very clear trend line, and then I see it from basically down here all the way up that 50-day moving average. Now this candle right here that formed on the previous day, it is an inverted hammer, or yeah, a wolf candle, whatever you want to call it. So keep a close eye on that one. But you can start like this is how I personally would play it. I would start building a position, you know, like it's a perfect, like at the bottom of this channel, right by the 50-day moving average, like right pretty much wherever. I don't know where it's going to open on Monday, but like if we can get around this range where it's at, just accumulate some shares, have a tight, like there's obviously some clear defined areas of support already, so then you can have a stop loss down in this range, you know, maybe not that low, that's pretty low, but you see, you get what I'm saying here. So you accumulate shares, you have a tight stop loss, and if this catches volume, like look at all that, like when it catches volume, and you see it move, right? And I'm pretty sure that this had like a 30% short float. So if the shorts need a cover, you're gonna see a squeeze out. Like right here, the shorts had to cover. I can only imagine when it broke that trend line, and then yeah, it was a monster move. Okay, so if this does break this trend line, expect, you know, I would say a target right here would be, you know, the $27 range, and then I mean that's could be very unrealistic, but it could be also very possible. You never know. And honestly, if it moved from $12 to $40, a 400% gain, or not really quite that, but yeah, I mean, I feel like some people would be taking profits along, you know, moving along that trail. But I really like this setup. Watch for the break. It might take some more time, so I might just be adding this in on the weekly scan for, you know, who knows how long, but it's something to put on the watch list because you can also intraday trade this. Like I said, it's still a very volatile stock. Keep an eye. All right, that's all I have for you today. That was 9 charts. We just burned through them. Hope you guys all have a great weekend. Hope this helps out. Keep in mind, once again, the disclaimer around risk. Never over leverage yourself in any one position because it's extremely dangerous. Have tight stop loss. Know your risk versus reward. Let's go ahead and call it quits there. Have a good weekend and see you next week on the Weekly Scan. Yeah.